Today's video is a sponsored look at Foretales. The developers reached out to me to ask if I want to take a look at their narrative-driven single-player card game. That's right, not a loot box in sight. It's a high fantasy, but everyone's a quaint anthropomorphized animal, and the adventuring party must use its wits and its brawn to complete its quest to stop the end of the world and defeat an evil cult. This is not, and I repeat, not a multiplayer card game, something we cover on the channel a lot more than, say, other stuff. No loot boxes, no PvP, no ladders to climb, although there may be ladders in the story that I haven't gotten to yet. I guess the characters might climb a ladder at some point. It's a story-based adventure where decisions are made on the fly, and they utilise a randomised card drawing mechanic to navigate pseudo-puzzles, adventure interactions, combat, pitfalls, etc, etc. I'm Vince, also known as PleasantKenobi on the internet. This is a sponsored video, so full transparency there, but today I'll be as honest as I want about the game, and I genuinely like it. It's a very quaint single-player card game. It's not a roguelike either, just to kind of frame this amongst other stuff. I've talked a lot about how much I like Slay the Spire and stuff on the channel before. It's not quite like that. It's much more of an adventuring, I don't want to say RPG, because I don't see much of an RPG mechanics in it yet, although I've only just got past like the early game tutorials. It's an adventure game, in a sense. It's narrative driven. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's just shut up and play some, shall we? So you can see what the game is like. So we enter here at the sort of beginning of the game as such. We've gone past the early game tutorial that familiarizes you with the mechanics. That stuff is there for you to check out yourself if and when you play the game. Here, we've now got a mission structure. There are doomsday events foreseen on the webs of fate, as it were. The transfer of our colleague who we've lost track of, the tiger. There's also the militia onslaught, and these are the number of turns or rounds, I guess, days that we spend on the web. That if we don't finish these in that time, something bad will happen. And these, the relic is the where we got hold of the harp, the main storyline of the game. These are less urgent. The prisoner, the strike leader, the negotiator, and the relic. So we complete the relic. We're going to do the transfer, I believe. Actually, no, we're going to start with the prisoner, then go to the transfer. Because we've got 2 rounds to get there. So we're going to do our first round, we're going to do the prisoner. The theft of the relic didn't exactly go as planned. Leo's in jail and Lady Foretales is out for revenge. Volpain needs to break his friends out fast. So we have to choose our companions here. We don't have any other companions. This is early in the game, so I've got Volpain, who's the main character, or the character that we get to play as. I actually know if he's the main character. He's not a crow. He mentions what kind of bird he is. I forget what kind of bird he is. We need to find a way in. The city watch is holding Leo in the local jail. Volpain needs to find a way inside to rescue him. Time for a prison break. So here we have a deck of, like, events. And they get drawn like this.
Leo's locked up in there. There has to be a way in.
The voice acting is good. It's a little bit sparse because you have to read quite a bit, but the game is not like a huge, big budget AAA title, so I think that's reasonable. I have a friend in there. I was hoping to be able to pay him a visit. Visit? What do you think this is? A bloody retirement home? Perhaps we could come to some sort of an arrangement? Well, perhaps if you arrange for me to get 5 fame, I'll forget I ever saw you. 5 fame? Where might we get that from? Oh, sorry, not fame, it's gold. Fame is here. Okay. 5 florins, 5 gold, as it were, will get us in. We only have 1 gold right now. We also have 2 bits of food. We have 1 fame. Fame is like how many deeds we've done, how renowned we are in the area. And grim is theft, murder, and violence. So kind of like how much people dislike us. When we hover these things, it shows us how much we need to interact with each position. So, in the case of the story event here, 5 gold will get us the exclamation mark, shows us that we can progress the story. It also means with the little paw prints that the area will change. And you can see on other areas that will happen too. 5 grim will also get us that, so we can threaten them, I guess, if we get enough bad renown, as it were. This over here shows us some guards. So, and this is our deck here. So we've got our resources, including the harp, which we can't use here, the lyre. We've got our character deck here, which has 4 cards left in it, 7 health, and these are the cards we've drawn. We've got Eavesdrop, Nimble Hands, Solidarity for the Weak, Nimble Hands, Solidarity for the Weak, and Nimble Hands. We aren't much of a fighter. Either way, we can now use these on areas. Again, this one here, if we Eavesdrop, we can change a location. I said change location, I think that's what that means. Or we can grab some food from this vendor over here. Nimble Hands grabs food, sorry. Eavesdrop grabs us some gold. If you click on the characters, they talk. Apples, fresh apples, no maggots in them or nothing. Gah! I've got to stop saying that out loud. We're going to avoid any instance of guards because there's only 1 of us and I think we'll get wrecked. There's 5 guards here. Or 5 power of guards, should I say. That's 6, I don't know what the 5 means. No, we're going to step away from that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use our nimble hands to steal some food from this here. Interaction plus 3 food, move to the next location. Get some food. Didn't notice a thing. And then we've got a small crowd beyond the merchant. And we know that the deck has a merchant in it. It has a block kids, which I've never seen before, and suspicious streets. So we know what events are coming up. I'm going to steal from the crowd, getting some Grim Renown and some gold. A bit naughty, too easy. Now we get the suspicious street.
Bandits. Lovely.
Okay, there's bandits there. We don't want to deal with those. We need 2 more gold to progress the story. If we use our nimble hands at the well, we get to gain a food, gain skill for interaction effect, and move to the next location. So let's do that. We get a food, 6 food, and some gold. Block kids. I say, do you scamps know a way inside the prison? Besides getting arrested, sir? Yes, besides getting arrested. No idea, sir, but you could ask around the other kids. Most of our parents have been in the clink for some time or other, sir. If there's a hidden entrance, someone must know about it. Maybe some street kids or shady locals could help. Okay, so we've got this idea that we can try somehow figure out how to get into there without playing the prison guards. None of these cards are highlighted are giving us a mission progression from the block kids. We can pay them. We get a street urchin if we do that, which is an extra card in our resource deck. We get +1 fame. But we can also start with food. So I'm going to give them a food, gain a fame.
That was awful nice of you.
4. I haven't eaten a proper meal in days, says the street urchin. Thank you, sir. So we've recruited this 1 fighting ally. Allies can be used on your adventuring cards during fights. They'll add their attack score to the attack of the adventurer for as long as they survive. Okay. Oh, so I thought the urchin was going to help us get into the prison. It's going to help us fight someone. Front allies add a layer of protection, preserve your health. They may not survive the whole fight. Allies in the back will only serve to support the increased attack, and they will not most likely survive until the end of the confrontation. Whether they survive or not, allies used in combat are discarded at the end of the confrontation. Interesting, so can I use a street urchin as a bodyguard? We're running out of cards on our deck. We have to rest to get more cards. I need to generate 1 more gold. So if I eavesdrop on the merchant, I can gain a nasty little secret. And this is a little... This is a nasty little secret, a little story that could be devastating to someone's reputation if it came to light. Can be traded with allies or used to blackmail enemies. I'm going to just steal more gold from these kids. Yes, let's just take gold for the local populace. I don't care. I need to get my friend out of jail. It's for the greater good. I've got this... I can rationalize it. It's not exactly moral, but I don't care. Okay, we have gold to pay the guards. Let's pay 5 gold and get a story effect. You ready to make it worth my while? Here, just a quick visit, no trouble. Just stop talking and get inside. And we never met you here? Okay. That's the narrator there. Hold on, Leo, I'm coming. So, we move on to the next story event. We're in. So, we've reached complete... Move on when you're ready. I guess you want to rest before we move on. You can roll over all cards to discover their effects. So, resting in a region resets in the next region. We can spend gold to buy throwing knives, a healing balm, and a lockpick. I'm just going to rest normally. I have the gold. So, we rest and we reset our deck with more cards in it.
Let's get back to it.
And then we're going to move on to the next area. Free Leo from a cell. Now that he's inside the prison, Volpain needs to find Leo's cell and break him out. So, we've moved into the prison. New deck. The prison was dark, dank, and foreboding. Mournful wails echoed down the grimy corridors. Guards prowled the halls, eager to dish out a beating to anyone who stepped out of line. Slipping by unnoticed wasn't going to be easy. So now there's guards everywhere being added to the conflict deck, or the enemy deck, as it were.
I'd recognize that tail anywhere.
Ah, there we go. Volpain in here. I'm coming, old friend.
Well, I hope you have a good lawyer, Volpan. Now,
Okay, so we got...
that be?
Psst, whoever you are over here, let me out of the cell and I'll make it worth your while. Oh yeah? And how's that exactly? I get the sense you're not supposed to be here, yes? It's a snake! I know a little magic trick and could throw the guards off your trail. Okay.
What have you done this time?
There's guards everywhere, right. Please, you have to find a way to open the cell. I'm too pretty for the big hoose. Not to mention useful. So none of my resources interact with that cell at all. We're gonna... check this deck here, which shows us there's more long corridors and there's a prison warden. Okay, I don't want to deal with a prison warden. So corridors and prison wardens. I guess we want to get to the guards room, don't we? Which is here. Okay. Let's try and see what changing this location does. So we're going to eavesdrop to change location. It's a corridor. That costs us a card to go there. We're going to go down the corridor. I guess we can use things that we don't think are going to be useful here, like solidarity for the weak. Ah, guards room. Okay. Here we get 2 food. Okay, let's get some food.
We'll take that to go, thanks.
And we're just back in the corner. Okay. We need a key to get into that prison cell. An escaped prisoner. Looks like someone escaped their cell, whoever it was, seems to have the guards in a panic. I guess we try... It's a lot of enemies. And then we've also got an agitated prison quarter. Okay, we're going to go over here where there's 1 guard and see what happens there. Engage. Right, we're in combat now, which I've already done a couple of times.
We could do without.
Play any number of non-aggressive cards and start the fight with a combat card or a battle token. So I want to make him flee without fighting him if I can. We need to do... This symbolizes the morale of the enemy group. When one of them leaves the battle or dies, this level is subtracted from the morale token. When it reaches 0, the remaining enemies flee. So they got 3 health and 2 attack. So can we do 3 of them before they kill us? So we're going to use a nasty little secret to reduce their morale before we get into the fight. Because we don't start a fight until we do an aggressive action. And then if we go... None of our things here, we have enough. We don't have enough grim or fame or gold to bribe, corrupt, or sway to our cause. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and pickpocket them. Got some gold. I guess then we want to attack them. So we're going to use peppery diversion to initiate combat and stun them. We've done 1 damage to them. Down to 2. I guess just going to beat them up at this point. I can't demoralize them without using up too much resource. I'm running out of skills. Bop them again. We've got a lot of food to recover our health, to be fair.
When they signed up.
Okay, he's dead. We've got some grim for it. We're going to eat a food. Heal ourselves up. We're going to need some more food. We're just going to chow down here. Get our health back up. We're going to use some of our grim to move us onto a bunch of rioters. Out of my way, guards. Fall back, fall back. The inmates broke out of their cells and had soon taken over the prison ward. So now we've got to arms, let's end this tyranny. Okay, we've got some prisoners on side. Use a bit more grim here to move to the next location and get a rioter for backup in combat. We're heading out. I'm itching for some action. Okay, we got him on board.
Oh, good afternoon, officer. Oh, look out. That one looks mean.
It's a big pig. That's what that is.
Now, but that's the law.
Okay. So about to go into a big fight. We've had a word with an intruder in the area. Okay. You can swap any skill cards in your hand with the cards in your deck for an of an adventurer, right? You'll have to discard the skill card you exchange and maybe pay 1 food if any card comes from the discard pile. If you're really important to prepare for encounters like this, for example, when you know you've got a big fight coming up. If you tend to rely on violence, having your best attack in hand from the beginning is key to victory. Okay. So our deck is like dead at the moment. What does resting do? We can up to 3 skill cards per adventurer, but a small troop of guards may be added to the search party. I need 3 fame to do avoid problems. I'm just going to rest here, get 3 cards into our deck.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I wake you?
More people in the search party looking for us. That's fine. And our discard pile doesn't really have anything we care about here, because we don't have any good attacks. We're just going to go straight in and start fighting. Alright, let's get in. A prison warden and a captain of the watch. Easy. Easy fight. So 5 health, 4 health, 1 attack each. Add 1 constable to the search party deck each turn, is what the prison warden does. And the captain of the watch calls 2 random guards to the search party deck when entering combat. I think each turn they add something from the search party potentially. I'm not 100% sure there. Can we demoralize them somehow? So our smoke cloud starts combat. We can pickpocket them, or we can try and demoralize them. I'm not sure. We don't have enough gold. We don't have enough fame. We don't have enough grim to interact with them. So we can just add a rioter to the back of us. Oh, to the front. And then a street urchin. Oh, we can have 1 ally per adventurer. So we've got our riders on board. And then we're going to stun them. Let's get to the fighting.
You know what you're doing fighting the watch.
Okay, so we hit them for 2. They hit us for 0 because they're stunned. Right, and then they're going to attack us now. I'm going to just stun them again. I don't fancy getting hit. I don't fancy losing health. Bang, down to 1. They're also worth 5, so I think it demoralizes if we kill the Warden. -3, okay. Consequences, consequences. I'm fine, I can kill guards all I want. Fight the Warden. I thought this fight would be harder. More guards go into the search party deck. We find a key and some tools. Easy, that was an easy fight. I might have used too many resources on that, honestly. I did what I had to do to save Leo. As the Warden lay dead on the ground, I've killed them. Before them, a clamour rose up from all around the prison. Alarm bells rang as the guards went on full alert. Okay. A shrill alarm bell pierced through the gloom of the prison corridors. Okay. There would be no more hiding. The guards knew where I was. There was a loose intruder. So more guards as the search party deck. When does this activate? Right, I've got the key. Time to let Leo out. They will sometimes appear on your path whenever you explore. Okay, that's what it is. They randomly appear when exploring. So now we have lockpicks and we have a Leo's cell key. So now I want to rest again, really. You got to rest decks. If you rest too much, you fail your mission because like time proceeds. We'll rest one more time for 3 more cards.
All right, back to work.
More guys into the search party. Fine. Let's go fuck these people up. Let's go. Engage. Right. Can we demoralize them? 2.5. We can corrupt this one for 2. Let's do that. So before we start fighting, we're going to get this guy and we're going to corrupt him. 1 point out. And then we can bribe this one. That's 2 points. And they just run away. There we go. We used our resources just to make the part... to dismiss the guards without even fighting. Easy game. Can we talk when I'm out of here? Okay, look for the Warden. They must have the key. It's fine. I got a key. Now let's get out of here. Rendezvous at my shack on the other side of the forest. Got it. There we go. Region complete. We got our cat back. I'm going to go check out the snake, though, I think. Because there's other things in the area, right? And gold seems good. Let's go ahead and... I'm not sure I want to know the answer to this, but what exactly you're in here for. I've got what doctors refer to as an incurable case of kleptomania. I'm guessing that your time behind bars hasn't helped your condition. Hard to say, really. I'll know more once I get out. Now, hold on a minute. What about our deal? Volpain has acquired 1 new skill card. Cut purse. Okay, that's good. I think. Into the deck. Patience, patience. The timing isn't quite right. But I'll keep up our end of the bargain, I promise. But there's just one more thing that bothers me, though. What's this? You spent all that time in your cell, yes. And it never once occurred to you that you could slip through the bars? You make a fine point, sir. I'll remember that for the next time I'm locked up here. And without a care in the world, the thief slithered away down a long corridor into the darkness. Okay, well, maybe that'll come back later. Maybe we helping the thief helps us in the story. Who knows? We're out of here. Let's go. Fleeing through the forest. Leo is free at last, but the watch will be looking for him. Time to head to the rendezvous point back at Leo's shack at the forest. So I think the search party deck remains. We had a lot of guards there. As he fled the city, Volpain would hear the sound of the footsteps chasing behind him. From the sounds of things, this escapade to the prison had attracted some attention, but then, as if from nowhere, there was a loud bang. An explosion came from deep in the city, somewhere near the guard barracks. More guards? Yeah, okay. Oh, no, they're going into... The soldiers froze, and none of them turned back and ran towards the prison. Oh, I think the snake has distracted some of the guards. It seemed that someone had done their magic trick as promised. Okay! Good job, Snaky boy and or girl. 13 bandits. 8 guards, and a sloth. A forest druid. With matted hair and filthy clothes, the druid smelled like a heady mix of moss and wet dirt. Druids abhor violence, but no one knows the local fauna quite like they do. Okay. Got any solidarity? Right, we're trying to... What's our goal here? Reach Leo's shack. Where to now? Leo's shack is on the other side of the forest. But you better be ready for consequences after the mess up because of the prison. Okay. So, the location deck has Leo's shack. Poachers, watch outpost, forest patrol, and another patrolled road. Okay. Let's talk to this guy. We can get healing plants and consume 1 gold to move to the next location. I'm gonna let my gold. Let's give the gold to the druid. Takes this fresh this morning. Healing plant. We've still got the street urchins with us running through the forest. Maybe we shouldn't take children from the city to run through a forest. It's probably not the correct thing to do. Oh, okay. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Time to get moving. Okay, so we've run into more guards. Let's take this food and move on. Okay, a forest patrol. Brilliant. A small troop with minimal equipment. They're on the lookout for criminals in the forest. Haven't seen many of those around, have you? Oh, they don't know us. They're not from the prison. Got 2 random creatures from the guard faction with max level 5. Oh, you can get them on your side if you pay them, but we'd have the gold for it. Gain 5 gold and receive an arrest warrant by being a crafted cut purse. And move on. Okay, let's try that. Load of gold to bribe guards with. Ooh, official. Okay. We do have a warrant. Okay, we're going to have to fight our way through somehow. I'm going to go through the path of least resistance here. Engage!
You don't want more dead guards on your rap sheet. Is there a way to avoid a fight?
So, killing stuff might be bad in the long term. They got 2.5 morale, so we need to get rid of the 1 and the 2, and that'll make them flee. We've got loads of gold, so we're going to pay gold to the badger.
Even the city watcher on the take.
2 gold for the crocodile.
What is everyone in this town on the take?
Get some fame for it, and they run. Now I need to use a card to progress. So if we use Solidarity for the week, we find the druid. But if we do other ones, we just go to the next location. So let's use Eavesdrop to move to the next location. Hopefully it's the shack. Nope, we've stumbled into some poachers. Insect meat is delicacy reserved for the wealthiest of the Republic. The Straggly Bunch don't look like they have the correct hunting permits. We can give them the arrest warrant, gain some grim and some gold. Let's do that. Looks like someone's after you. I can make it all disappear for the right price. How's this? Gold, some grim, and we're no longer dealing with poachers. Come on, Shaq. Where are we at? Here we go. Oh. An ambush.
The cops.
Let's fuck them up. And by fucking them up, I mean dissuade them from being here.
You might be able to grease their palms on this one.
Okay, we need to get 4.5 out of the way. And we can do that with getting rid of a 3 and a 3. You can get rid of a 3 and a 2, to be fair. So if we pay 2 fame to the dog.
It's good to get one's name out there from time to time.
3 gold to the rhino.
Smart. We certainly don't need the cops after us.
They run, we get some fame. More fame. When the battle over, Volpane began to look at for his friend. There he is. Alright, here we are. Leo appeared from his hiding spot, grinning. Volpane, how nice of you to come by. I didn't know you were expecting company. Dropped by unannounced. Very rude. I'm glad you're alright, my friend. Come inside, I'll make some tea.
Time for dinner.
Nailed it. Easy. Smashed it. Victory. Success.
Good to have you back, old boy.
So we've got the tiger back. Volpane, you look worse than I do and just got out of prison. You doing okay? That liar, it's like it's got a hold on me. This is the thing we saw at the beginning of the game. I've been having these visions. Visions? It's like I'm seeing the future, or I don't know, a possible future. Stop tugging my tail. I'm serious. Oh yeah? Prove it. When you were in the cell, did you overhear the guards talking about moving you? Well, yes, they were going to move me to Cap Yabara. So what? See, that was the part of my vision. Okay, fortune teller, tell me this. Why were they going to move me? Because they never said anything about that part. That I don't know, but whatever it was, it wasn't good. So we've got an infection turning the locals into rabid beasts. A liar that causes psychic visions. Oh, and don't forget a minor strike that turned into a full-blown siege. That's about covers it, yes. The next time you need some help on a job like this, do me a favour and ask someone else. Okay, so the transfer never happens. Oh, I see. Seemed like they was holding something back from us. He asked us to help him with the Holy Grove, and that way, let's see what he has to say. Who knows, he might even pay us.
Impossible.
God, no. The visions! Eisenberg! The whole town set ablaze. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Leo, I have to tell you something. What is this, Volpain? In my visions, no matter what we do, Eisenberg burns. Everybody dies. Everyone is destroyed. But what about me? You had a vision of me being taken away and you changed that. It's hard to explain. Some of the visions are fluid, like they're in the motion. But this one, it's like it's set in stone. But why am I cursed with these visions if there's nothing I can do to stop them? Hey, until Eisenberg's a part of Ash, we keep trying, okay? Okay. Cool. Oh, another vision. Oh, an event. Huh. Okay, so whatever we did here made this unable to happen. Maybe killing the Warden, perhaps, or letting the snake out. And here, the transfer cannot happen now because we've got the prisoner out. Ah, so these aren't missions we can take. These are events that we can stop. Volpain's father and the miners are barricaded inside the mine. Soon on Lady Catel's order, armed guards will attack and slaughter the workers. There might be a way to prevent this by diplomacy. So we want to go to the negotiator or the strike leader. I'm going to jump away from the helping hand because I want to get this done quickly. This will be the next... We're going to do one more mission for the video. So I'm going to do... The miners are in danger, not just from the local militia. They won't budge without word from their leader. Cast. Time to pay them a visit. Let's do it. Obviously, it's me and Leo. Leo's a bit more of a fighter, so we have to just come up where he kills some stuff. I don't know if killing stuff is bad. It might affect the future. Get past the blockade. Cast is deep inside the mine. Volpain will have to fight this way through the militia blockade to reach him, unless there's a quiet way in. Okay, so, events. What we got? As Volpain approaches the mine entrance, he could see the militia siege set up outside. Things were quiet for the time being. The protesters had been pinned back and the militias were standing firm. Guards into the search party.
There'll be no way through with all those militia around.
Okay, so the militia barricaded the entrance to the mine. If Volpain went in forcefully, things get messy fast. Fighting through the militia doesn't seem like the smartest move. Maybe we can look for a quieter route. Okay.
You better have a warrant.
Okay, guards, shop. So, we want to get in here. So we can get in with Fame or with Grim, but we need to generate it in the area. The location deck has Militia Officer, Roadside Inn, Gribold's Offer, Forest Patrol, and another bit of the woodland. Now we have cards from both their decks, including some of Leo's things, like On the Scent and Rallying Cry. We're going to get ourselves some food and move to the next location. You always use a skill card to move a card on. A militia officer prowled the front lines, inspecting his forces and overseeing the siege. If anyone knew a way inside, it'd probably be him. Get lost, big face. Okay. You ain't getting inside without one of these. The officer thrusts a laissez-passer in Volpain's face before placing it back in his pockets. Well, we're going to steal that. We can use cut purse or nimble hands. Volpain waited until the officer was engaged. The conversation quietly crept behind him. And once information, he slipped the laissez-faire out of his pocket. The officer didn't feel a thing. There we go. Not laissez-faire, sorry. Laissez-passer. I don't know. I'm not French. I'm English. We voted out of the EU. Much to my upset. This is the roadside in a humble, cozy inn that's welcome tired travellers for a good meal, a tankard of ale, and well-deserved rest. So if we do Rallying Cry at Fame and a Forest Patrol, and we move to the Forest Patrol, we can use this to go on further. I might gather some Fame first and move on to the Forest Patrol. Over here, so the Rallying Cry. Need anything, citizens? And the Forest Patrol, we can shoot them, get an arrest warrant, gold, add 1 creature to the graveyard, 2 creatures to the search pile. That's a lot of changes there. Show solidarity for the week and remove people from the search party. Gain some gold and an arrest warrant. I like that. Let's do that. Gold is good. Arrest warrant is good. The inn is gone, and then we find... Psst, ahoy, bird, over here. I can't help but notice that you have in your possession a laissez-passer. I don't see how it's any of your business. I'm in the business of doing business, therefore everything is my business. I'd like to propose a trade. I'm willing to exchange your laissez-passer for information that may be of great interest to you. What kind of information? Oh ho ho, why only the address of the finest forger in the land? A forger? So say I can make counterfeit money. You're thinking too small, my boy. Create perfect replicas of any item you give to her. Interesting. Guess that'd be good for the... Is that for the long term of the campaign? Okay, so what can we do here? None of our skills do anything to the toad. If we give them the thing, we can't get into the mine. But we can get into the mine with Fame. Okay, let's do this. Well, well, well. Very official indeed. And we're on a side quest here. I shan't ask where you acquired this. You said they're just for a specialist? Yeah, of course. Here are my manners. Where are my manners?
This is valuable. Definitely worth holding on to.
Okay, make good use of that. Oh, and it goes without saying you and I never met. Okay, so he's gone. A patrol. So we've got this. Directions for an expert forger in town. They say she's able to create a near perfect duplicate of almost anything she's given. Okay, well, how much fame do we need? We need 5 fame. Oh, we got gold there, not fame. Give them the F is fame. Shit on it.
Let's give them one.
Okay, let's try and get some fame and some grim by fighting some guards. So their morale is 2.5. Okay, so if we can just pay them off. 1 gold here. We can convert gold into another resource we can use to get into the mine.
That could have gotten out of hand. When this fails, run away.
3 fame. That's not really enough. So let's go to these guards and engage them. Their morale is 3.5. So can we use things to get rid of them before we fight? No. So pay this one some gold.
We certainly don't need the cops after us.
And then we pay this one some gold. Then we generate another fame. Okay, we want 4 fame now. We need 5 fame. So we're going to use this card to progress one of these events. On the scent. Move to the fairy ring. Okay, interesting. These mushrooms have medical properties.
Seems you've attracted some heat.
More guards though. Let's engage them.
This doesn't have to end in bloodshed.
We need 1 more fame. It's going to end in bloodshed though because we have no other option. Fight him! Let's go! Okay, so the guard's gone. What do we get for that? It's grim? That's not fame! Okay, what's the ferret? Some the peculiar shape of these mushrooms clusters indicate a fertile land blessed. Okay. There we go. 1 more fame. Over here. The poachers show up again. And now we use the fame to get into the mine. Friend of the watch. Alright, you may enter. Okay, we're in. Region complete. Should we get some healing berries before we leave? Or 4 food. Let's get 4 food before we leave. Back to the inn. That's fine. And we're going to move on now. We've got loads of food. We're actually a bit lower on resources. So we're now going to meet the cast. Volpane has made it into the mine. But if he wants to save the mine from the Independent Massacre, he'll need to win over their leader cast. We should have rested before we moved on. It would take a little extra effort, but Volpane has made it into the mine without any incident. For the moment, the militia weren't looking for him, a good sign for sure, but the mines are far from safe. Looters are roaming the tunnels looking for anything they could steal. Okay, so that's bandits.
Those visions might be enough to convince Karst.
A throng of striking miners packed in the entrance of the mines. Food was scarce and ongoing conflict. Oh, we've got loads of food. Volpane entered, the miners turned to him and with a look of suspicion. Okay. So, we've got a vision card to convince some bandits. Cool. Minus 2 food, 4 fame, and move them on. That gets rid of the angry miners. Yeah, let's give them some food. I'm here to... I got solidarity for the people. Here we go. Thanks for supporting the strike, comrade. You're welcome, comrade. We find mine looters. We're looking for the cast himself, the strike leader. Although Ambush the Thief is around. Everyone's favourite snake. Solidarity for the miners. Angry miners on top there. I'm going to give them some more food. Gain 4 more fame. Thanks for the support, comrade. Move on to another story event. Is it cast? No.
Friends of yours, Volpan?
Okay, so now we're gonna go down the mushroom tunnel. Survivor sense. Yeah, survivor sense. Let's go. So we get more food from those interactions when we use our ranger as opposed to our rogue. Here he is.
Cast himself.
Hello, Cast. Colossal Gorilla emerged from the cramped mine tunnel. He stopped in front of Volpain, squinting hard at the outsider. You're Peter's boy, aren't you? Your old man would lay an egg if he knew you were down here. Cast? That's right. They say you're in charge around here. Not by choice, I can tell you. Well, I need to talk to you about a threat to the miners. Whatever it is, you'll have to take a number and join the queue. The tunnels are collapsing at Crow's Bend. We've got missing wagons and bandits looting. On top of that, some of the workers have started acting strange. Real strange. Look, I know you've got problems, but the militia are gathering outside and it looks like you're getting ready to attack you. Militia? Oh, they're just rattling their sabres. They're no better than to try anything. Karsh turned his back on Volpain to talk to some nearby miners. I have to make him see that they're in danger. There must be a way to convince him. I should tell him about my vision. I have a feeling telling him the vision's going to go badly. Do you know what I mean? Oh, it's my only option. Is there anything else you want to do while we're here? Pickpocket them for a throwing knife? Yeah, let's do that. Throwing knife and some gold. Whatever event do we get? Another bandit tunnel.
Lovely.
Cool, perfect. Let's go ahead and show him our visions. Volpain approached Cast, still babbling. I've had visions, Cast. I've seen the fate of the miners, a gruesome whole one at that. When the militia launched the attack, they... Visions? I can't make decisions based on your dreams, bird. You have to listen to me. The safety of the miners depends on it. Hear him out, Cast. He's a thief, but he's not a liar. Cast squinted at Volpain for a moment. He turned and called over to the miners. A sturdy fellow stepped forwards and clasped hands with the great ape. They exchanged a knowing look as the miners took his place alongside Volpain.
Coming along for the ride?
Oh, we got a... Alright, bird. Arg, I'm only doing this because you're Peter's boy. Take my man with you and show him proof. You convinced him, you'll convince me. The miners stood next to Volpain. He could exit the mine and get some answers about the militia. Oh, hello.
I don't know what you did to wind them up, but they look mad.
Okay, we're going to save our snake friend again. Engage, let's go. Their morale is 4.
Convinced to walk away for the right price.
Yes, we can bribe one and fame another. Yeah, let's bribe the dog.
Take this and get out of here.
And then we're going to fame the other.
My friend,
We could fight them when they're reduced in power, but...
no introduction.
Get a bit more. Cool. With the last the bandits dealt with, the thieves seemed to relax immediately. It was almost as if nothing had happened at all. Thanks to the assist bird, but I think I had this thing covered. Oh, well, perhaps we won't step in next time. What had you done to get them so angry? Oh, you know, just lighting their pockets a little. I didn't think they'd notice. Have you considered another line of work? What, like being a blacksmith or a tailor or a baker? You even seen a snake and baking bread? That's a very good point. Nah, mate, I'm a tea leaf like my old man. And his old man before him. Anyway, I've got places to be. Thanks again for the help. Tea leaf is Cockney rhyming slang for thief, by the way. That was a British snake. Not a Tory, though. Not to be mistaken with a Tory. One thief's trash, another thief's treasure, right, Volpain? He'll be kicking himself when he realises he's dropped it. Oh, he would if he had legs. You get the point. Right. Is that a healing potion? Life tonic. Right, let's move on. Show the proof. Old Castle's unmoved by the young thief's warnings. Volpain will need more proof if he wants to earn his trust. Okay. Oh, I should have rested again. Bollocks. Gathered in the preparation for the coming assault.
The militia camp. Better take a look inside.
Right, so the officer stepped away from the moment, probably giving orders to the troops. In his absence, no one was guarding the command tents. Alright, where am I going to find proof of this assault? It doesn't look like they're too concerned about security. Why would they be? They think they've got the opposition penned into the mine. Either way, it shouldn't be hard to overhear something useful. Remember, it's me you need to prove it to. Okay, cool. If you convince me, I can get Cast on board. Hang on a minute, Volpain. The miners would be a bad way after the siege. If we get our hands on a powerful healing potion or serum, we might be able to patch them up a bit. Well, we've already got that. Good idea. We should have a look around if we have time. And then other things in the deck. The militia leader again. Okay. We're going to eavesdrop at the tent. Silence the coast was clear, so we move in.
Those documents look important.
Right, so we can't take anything with our current actions. Okay, show the miner the effects. Found a battle plan to hand into the miner, and he leafed through the pages, the colour drained from the miner's face.
Well, that got his attention.
This is dreadful. Alright, let's keep moving. I don't want to get caught here. So now we need to get back in the mine. No, I don't know why. You have more? Make him listen to what the officer's saying. Okay, we've got to find the officer. Dangerous path? Nah, we'll go for via the berry bush. I think a dangerous path isn't my cup of tea. I'm keeping these arrow shots in case we get into a good combat. Okay, there he is. Reading the scroll pointing towards the mine. Volpane's new companion was eager to hear what he has to say. Volpane beckoned the miner closer to hear the militia talking. The strike ain't gonna last, and it does. We had orders to launch the assault. First we open the blockade, then we storm inside the mine, and then we put an end to the strike. And it goes without saying we kill anyone who gets in our way. Okay, each card art is getting more. That's good shit. It's enough evidence for you? Yes. Volpane glanced at the miner beside him and saw he was consumed by worry. I think I've seen enough. I'd say he's convinced, wouldn't you? Alright, let's get back to the mine. Anything's wrong with the healing balm? Right on, my feline friend, right on. You bring me a healing balm, I'll mix it. You up a healing serum, that'll take you all the troubles away. Okay. Sure, man, you need to find this healing plant. Okay, we can get something from this healer, though. Give him the healing plant, get a healing balm. Sweet. Easy! Then move on. Oh, hang on. We're going to rest here now, though. To restock our decks. We'll run out of cards at an opportune time. And the next region, so like I said, each region has a different rest deck, as far as I understand it.
Ah, the mighty Karst himself.
Caster by the entrance of the mines, awaiting Volpane's return. Look who's back, so what did you find? So, what's in the deck? Nothing. So let's use the miner here. This is a bit self-explanatory, really. Miner stepped close to him, whispered. Cast listened solemnly, nodding from time to time. Well, if he's convinced, so am I. Then you'll help us? Yes, but we must act quickly. Look out! As if from nowhere, a swarm of rabid miners poured into the mine entrance. Oh, they're rabid.
No bargaining with these poor wretches.
Oh, we can't do any of the not pre-combat stuff here, so we've got to fight them. Okay. So we can just throw a throwing knife there. Deals 3 damage with an arrow shot. Let's do that. Take this arrow shot.
Oh, ouch.
He's out of here. And then we're going to throw a dagger here.
Right between the eyes.
And then they fight. Kill that one.
Some mercy killing.
The creatures have been repelled for the time being. Cast turned to Volpane with a look of grudging respect. Gah! What are those things? They were miners, but something's happened to them. It's like they've lost their minds. We tried to tell the mine owners. Lady could tell, but she just ordered us to work extra shifts. The heartless crone. Strange. I wonder what she'd do that. Cast stepped forward and offered his hand to Volpane. I've given it some thought, and I've decided to come with you. You have? I mean, great. I try my best to find help, but there's nothing I can do for the miners down here. I can do more good on the outside. Oh, new party member. Besides, trouble seems to follow you around, and I like a good fight. In that case, welcome aboard. Volpane shook Cast's hand warmly. Together they made their way out of the mines.
Mighty Karst himself.
Easy game! And there we have it. Comment section. That was like 2 missions. So we'll see what actually before we sum up, let's see what happens to the timeline. So we got the strike leader. I wonder if the negotiator's a different character. Well, Bird, you've earned my full attention. It's like I've been trying to tell you, everyone in the mine is in danger. We need to get them out. Easier said than done. You've seen what it's like down there. There has to be a way. And then we get the rebellion. The miners are going to be slaughtered unless we do something. All the more reason to start knocking some malicious heads, right? Fine by me, I'm done with creeping around. Cool. So we get the strike leader. And we could go to the negotiator now, but I think we've got to complete the rebellion. Otherwise, like, if we do another mission before we get to this one will collapse. And we've only got 2 missions before the fall of Eisenberg. So we've got to do the rebellion to get rid of this, and then one of these to get to the fall of Eisenberg, to stop the fall of Eisenberg. And that, my friends, was Foretales. But a time, I guess I've just realised that Foretales isn't just like reference to animals and stories, but actually foretelling the future, because this is all about like the strands of fate and stuff. Clever stuff. I really like the game. I think it's really cute. I think it's fun. It's a little card game with resource management and adventuring and choices. I don't know how much your choices make differences to the story. That's something that is yet to be seen. But I'm looking forward to playing some more. If you enjoy the video, hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below what you think. Thank you for Foretales reaching out to me to get them to play the game with a sponsored post. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.